Metal sculpture art is the most ancient and is the most appreciated art in Nepal. Artisans of Kathmandu are among the best in the world for their expertise in the lost wax process of metal casting. The tradition of metal casting in Nepal dates back from the 7th century. The conditions in which people in Nepal work today and their techniques have remained largely unchanged since the ancient times. Most of them still work in a poorly lit and small spaces with inadequate ventilations, and yet they create unparalleled masterpieces of workmanship. The secrets of sculpturing work were kept restricted to few families. Knowledge of the skill was passed down generation to generation, and till today the families of Tamrakars, Shakyas, Bajacharyas, Mahajans have kept the legacy alive. Making metal statue is a lengthy process. To create a large piece of metal statue can take up to 6 months, involving several people. The first step is to create a wax model. Here you can see they are making wax model from an original die made of rubber. After wax models are completely hardened, it is coated with semi-liquid mixture of fine yellow clay and cow dung. Then it is kept in the shades for days to dry. Once the clay-covered wax model are completely dried, it is coated again, this time with several thick layers of mixture of coarse clay and rice husk. Here you can see how the mixture is being prepared. Once the clay-covered mold is completely dried, it is then heated in a charcoal fire. During this process, the original wax model is lost and the rough casing remains. After 20 to half an hour, mold is then removed from the fire and placed upright so that the molten metal is poured into molds. Once the metal is set, it is put into a container of cold water. After the mold is cool enough, the baked clay is broken to reveal the statue inside. Then the rough statues goes to the cleaning and engraving specialists. Here the surface is cleaned by hand using sandpapers, hammers, chisels and files. Electric machines are also used for larger and rougher areas. After this, the statue is ready for final polishing and finishing. The values of these statues cannot be measured in hours or days. It takes intense labor and concentrations of several artisans. So when one asks, who is the artist? It is difficult to answer. One who makes an original wax model is as important as the one who does the engraving, cleaning, and finishing.